There's no such thing as a small bridge when crossing the mighty Mississippi. We entered Iowa through Clinton in search of our first 8-man high school football game in Miles.
So Trish wants to know what I anticipate when I come out here. What's the gist of the story? I have no clue. I've never been to an 8-man football game in my life. I don't know that I've been to a town with 426 people, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to see when we get here.
Yes, he did say 426 people, but according to the 2000 census, it's 462. So does that point to dyslexia, anyone? Well, even on a gray, dreary day, the drive through the cornfields to Miles was beautiful. The rolling hills, the gold of the corn getting ready for harvest was a beautiful match for the very green grass that separated different fields like a patchwork quilt. Part of the fun of these trips is Fisher's childlike humor, which keeps the trips humming. But I never try to encourage his elementary school jokes.
Let's see. Oh, miles, 5 miles.
It is?
That's a funny one. Did you get that?
Miles, 5 miles.
Did you get it? And since you probably don't believe me because I couldn't pull over to get the shot of Miles in 5 miles, there you go. Miles is in 2 miles.
Okay, so now with his career as a comedian finally at an end, for tonight anyway, we pulled into Miles, which turned out to be everything we thought it would be, tiny and very friendly.
Bakery.
Miles was founded in 1872, but the first settler actually came in around 1850 or 1851. James Miles, who the tiny town is named after, arrived in 1853. It's not hard to imagine that Main Street hasn't changed much in the past 150 plus years. East Central High School was buzzing with activity on the day we visited. The students were holding a school-wide bazaar with handcrafted items to raise money, which was a good old lesson in capitalism for students and their families, teaching all how to adjust to a new way of earning a living because farming in this area has been hit hard.
We're trying something new in which we involve technology a little bit more, and what we're doing is we're trying to raise money so we can earn it, and then we're going to decide how we're going to save it, and then we're going to spend it.
Today's economy is affecting small towns all across America, and here in Miles, Iowa, it's no different. In fact, East Central High School's cheerleading squad has been cut, all due to budget cuts. But it doesn't keep this town from cheering its team on. In fact, one of its biggest cheerleaders is the PA announcer, but he wears 2 hats. He's also the town's mayor.
Nice pressure on the quarterback by Dylan Rittmer of the Raiders.
I just love the town, I love the school, and my kids have all gone to school here, and they've gotten a great education. I've got one that's a chemist, and one's going to med school, and got 2 left in school, and so I'm just proud of this. It's like everybody there. Our opponents are proud of their school. And it's hard to take that away, and when it's with the economy and you feel that threat that it could be your last year, it's hard. It really is hard. And everybody's trying to fight to survive.
But on Friday nights, the tough economy takes a backseat to community pride, especially when it comes to taking on arch rival Preston High.
2 years ago, actually, we played football together. And since then, we've went our separate ways, and now each has their own program. And so there's a lot of tension between them.
And even if you're not the biggest football fan, you can use Raider Field as your Friday night hotspot of a best place to eat. The Lions Club has been throwing down some great food to raise money for the school for more than 20 years.
Butterflies and brat.
Butterflies and what?
Brat burgers.
Oh, yeah? Brat burgers? What's in a brat burger?
Yeah, brat burgers back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
never heard of that. And butterfly what? Chicken?
Pork chops.
Oh, pork chops.
Butterfly.
Well, y'all know how to cook.
Thank you.
Looks yummy. So do the brat burgers taste just like a brat?
Yeah.
They're just in a flat patty.
Yeah, right.
Ah, never have had one of those. So I want to order a brat burger. I've never had one before.
Okay.
Is there a certain way I'm supposed to eat it?
Either barbecue sauce, ketchup, mustard, relish.
Just the
onion.
regular.
Yep.
Just like a regular old brat.
Yepper.
Okay. What do I owe you?
3.5 or 2.5 for a brat.
2.5.
2.5 for a brat burger.
Chicago, you got
Can't beat that.
That's why you were jacking the price.
I think I'm gonna put some mustard on it.
4 out of 10?
Yep.
Woo.
Okay.
This looks good. And you took out all the fat calories, right?
Yes.
So we don't have to worry about that.
There you go, your fingers.
Yeah, guaranteed. Okay.
There's your change. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Enjoy the night, y'all.
Thank you.
Bought one.
Well, because I'm going to get you the butterfly pork.
There's plenty more back here yet later.
Yeah. You're working.
Okay, well.
Okay, so I'm going to take a bite of it.
What do you think?
Aren't they good?
It's really good. Here, have some. Thank you.
The money that we make as a profit here will go for the East Central Raiders, the Music Boosters after prom, the Quest program, and other little things for the school.
While I enjoy my bratburger, let's see what Fisher thinks about his first 8-man game.
So here I am at my first ever 8-man football game, and quite honestly, it all looks the same, except for one thing. Where the heck's the 50-yard line?
You're going to see a little bit smaller field. Instead of 100 yards long, you're going to see 80 yards long, and instead of the just a little bit over 50 yards long, we shorten it down to about 40 yards. So a little bit shorter field. Offensively, you're going to see a lot of similar things. You know, you're going to see teams that spread the ball out. You're going to see teams that bring it tight. You'll see us do both of those tonight. We'll run some I formation, double tight. But the biggest change that you'll see is defensively in the 8-man football game. There's just so much more space and on the defensive side of the ball. You've got to be quick and you've got to be able to tackle. And that's the biggest change for 8-man, I think, is just getting those guys to learn how to tackle in open space.
One thing that isn't different, the intensity in the locker room.
I know all week, 4 miles down the road, they've just been talking about how good they are and how bad we are. How their starters are only going to be in for a quarter. All right, fellas? Forget that. Do you know what it would mean if we wrecked their perfect season? If we wrecked their 9-0 season? That would devastate them. That would absolutely devastate them. Take it to them, fellas. Are they better athletes than you? No. You're just as good as they are. We've got to perform.
In the end, on a misty night in Miles, East Central wasn't able to put a dent in Preston's perfect season, but it didn't matter. For us, it was like a field of dreams. Hey, Trish, is this heaven?
No, Fisher. It's Iowa.
Hands on three.